Good morning, everyone. Trust we are doing good. Welcome to another webinar series that we've got for you. And I'm your host, Akinwale Chibuike. And in today's webinar, we'll be talking about generally discussing about the financial markets, and it's an Ask Me Anything session, just an interactive Q&A webinar on trading and earning from the financial market. So a quick check, okay? If you can hear me clearly, please drop a yes in the chat box or just drop your favorite emoji. Good morning, Kelechi. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. And the weather is quite amazing in Lagos here today. And after we saw the the up and down FOMC yesterday, it's quite funny that the markets are actually retracing and trying to get back to shape, and also price projections seem to be falling back in line. Yeah, we just expect a lot from the markets. And yes, I'd like everybody to tell me what do you think about the FOMC that was released yesterday, the hustle and bustle we brought to the markets, the ups and down, and the profit taking and the stop loss, money losing actually. Just all of that yesterday in the markets was one reason I felt the Telegram group was very quiet this morning. And before we dive right into all of that, good morning, Adrius. Good morning. Before we dive right into all of that, let's do a quick introduction about the products that we offer you at Good Global Market. Good Global Market is a financial brokerage firm here in Lagos, Nigeria. And I always like to say this word: we offer you financial freedom or access to financial freedom, where we give you platforms to trade the financial markets and make a lot of money from trading the financial markets. And trading the financial markets is generally or very simple. Most people term it as difficult, but it's very, very simple to trade the financial markets. Yes, there are ups and downs, but it's quite simple when you know the right thing you're doing. Good morning, Philip. Good morning, God Spa. Hope you're doing good. And yeah, at the Good Global Markets, we have three major products that we offer you, which is the copy trading platform, the way where you give you access to consistently profitable traders to copy the trades, and we have the second platform, which is the MT4 platform, where you can trade the financial markets in dollars, and the last platform is the cloud trade platform, where you can trade the financial markets in naira. And the most amazing thing about the financial markets or trading the financial markets with us is your profit potential is uncapped. Okay, the profit potential is uncapped, very very uncapped. Like there is no there's no limitations to how much you can earn. There's no limitations at all to how much you can earn. It's a $6.6 trillion market, and you can earn as much as you want. You decide to take a boat to the ocean of the $6.6 trillion and take your share. You decide to go with a cup of tea, and that's just it. So yes. Before we jump into the whole question and all, because I know there's a lot of question concerning what happened in the markets yesterday. We'll come back to that. But can anyone at all remind me what we discussed last webinar? Okay, what we discussed in the last webinar. Anyone at all? The topic, what you learned, and were you able to implement it? Did you find sense in what was discussed the last time? Anyone at all? Can anyone remind me what we talked about last in the previous webinar? Okay, I'm waiting for someone to drop that in the chat box. And general basic rule: to converse with me or anyone in the meeting, use the chat box. We've got a question for me, drop it in the question section. I send out polls time to time. Please respond to the polls using the poll section. And to check whoever is on the webinar, you check them using the people section. Okay. So no, not at all, not 5 ways to make money from the financial market. That was last week, Thursday lecture. Okay, not this Tuesday. So what we talked about this Tuesday was basically trading the financial markets, the good, the bad, and the ugly, where we talked about the good in the financial markets, the bad in the financial markets, and the ugly. Yes, Pamela, thank you so much. Okay, so can anyone tell me what they learned from the last webinar? the ideas shared, the the comments given. Can anyone tell me what they learned from the webinar, and are they implementing it? Are you Have you applied it? Do you see these things happen in real time? Do you see it possibly hindsight or foresight? Have you been applying it? Have you been using it? How's it been? Because since we had a webinar on Tuesday, I believe Wednesday was actually a good. You had a lot of time, span time to actually check these things, apply it, see how it has been working inside, see how it will work for site and all. So I'm waiting for a response in the chat box. Okay, I love the response in the chat box. Just trying to send out a poll. Okay, yes, I just sent out the poll. Yeah, publish. Yeah, I just sent out the poll. Let's do what to respond to it. Okay, let's do what to exactly managing expectations and understanding that trading is not a get rich quick scheme. That's one brilliant stuff. The financial market is $6.6 trillion. Doesn't mean you have to earn all the $6.6 trillion. Okay, understand it's not a get rich quick scheme. You can get rich quick with forex or trading in financial markets. Yes, that is very realistic, but don't come with that mindset of getting rich quick, and that's how it works. Okay, because the mindset you bring actually is what scales you in the market. Okay, what skills you and what your returns are based on. Okay, good morning, Zainab. Hope you're doing good. And yes, let's dive right into today's topic, which is ask me anything at all um, about the financial markets. And today I wouldn't be calling anyone on board to ask their question, but what I'll be doing is we use the question section to keep it orderly. Okay, question section. So I'd like everyone to drop their questions. Well, let's start dropping our questions in the question section, and I'll respond to the question one after the other. Create clarity. If we need to use the charts, we will use the charts, and just create clarity and all in the financial market. So God's Power asked, how can I start trading on my Naira account? And since I registered, if I try to log in, it says error. Okay, you know what you do for me, God's Power? Try logging in on another browser. Okay, if you're using your mobile to log in, you're using Chrome, try using Phoenix browser or try using Safari to log in your account. And if that doesn't work, then I possibly think you should use a PC to log into your account. And how can you start trading on your Naira account? It's very simple. The way you've been trading on your MT4 account or your dollar account, you can start trading that way on Naira account. But if you're using the copy trading platform on your MT4, okay, that means you have to learn how to trade on Naira account. It's very simple. It's very simple. And there are previous webinars that we've had that explains how to start trading on Naira account. Also, you were in my last class where I talked about 5 ways to make money from the financial markets. Okay, so that can actually be applied to the Naira account, and you start trading and making money with your trading account. Okay, and we're still waiting for question. I completed a personal course yesterday about the financial markets, and I have quite a few things listed out, and I would like to share with everybody. Let's just keep the question coming in. Okay, let's keep the question while I talk about what I learned. So it's a self-improvement course about the financial markets, and I learned a lot of things, but I will sharing few out of the many things I learned. Which is the first thing is I learned was not trying to predict price or the market, but trying to anticipate price. Okay, there's a huge difference when you try to predict the price or where a financial instrument will head to than trying to anticipate price. Okay, it's a major difference. Like marking out your technical analysis on your chart is forecasting. Okay, not taking action is not predicting. Okay, not predicting, but waiting for the market to give you a trigger that okay, it is going to move to that certain direction. That's when you anticipate, and that's when you pull the trigger. Okay, that's when you pull the buy trigger or the sell trigger. And that is one thing I learned studying that course. And I believe it's something we should all try to implement. Like, we should stop trying to call price, like price has to go to 3377 or a certain level, but let's just try to anticipate, like feel that this is how the market works. This is where it will project to. This is how it has to project. Okay? Okay, Philip, can I explain the moving average on a chart? Okay, I would gladly do that. Let me just pop up my I'll be using the other platform, or let's just use the MT4 platform. Okay, so I'm loading my MT4 currently, and loading the MT4 currently. For now, let's just wait till the MT4 loads. And do this platform have an affiliate program? Yes, we have an affiliate program. It's called IB. You can become an IB with Eagle Global Market introducing broker, where you get paid a certain amount for introducing clients to our platform. Okay, yeah, my MT4 platform just popped up, so let me share my screen to explain Philip's question. Okay, share my screen. So explaining moving average. Okay, explaining moving average. Now, let me just put up a clean chart. Okay. Okay, great. Yeah. Now, this is an empty chart. Okay, no price projection, no lines, no nothing, just a naked chart. And we're trying to get the bias about the markets, and we want to use the moving average. So you click on the E icon right above here on the MT4, then you click on moving average. Okay, now I'll break down moving average for you in a minute. Well, let's say we are using the exponential moving average of 9. I color red. Now, moving average is a tool or an indicator in the financial markets, okay, which gives you or calculates the average of price movement over a certain period of time. Okay, it's just a mathematical model where price is calculated or price is understood using a certain period of time. So let's take, for instance, now this moving average is a 9 moving average. Okay, 9 exponential moving average, 9 fast moving average. Okay, what it is calculated by is very simple. The last 9 candles. Okay, this is the 15 minutes time frame. So the last 9 15 minutes candle is what is used to calculate this moving average. So if I was on the daily time frame and I changed this moving average to 200. Now, see the way the moving average is. How it is calculated is simple. It's just 200-day price, okay? Previous 200-day price action. So if price action was bullish for the last 200 days, when it will be represented on this chart in form of a moving average, it's going to show you that, or the moving average will tell you that price is bullish. And how do we know that price is bullish? Look at this. When price was bearish, the moving average was above price, okay? When price was bullish for the last 200 days or more than 200 days, we see price being above the moving average. So, Philip, I hope that's clear. Do you understand now on the logic behind moving average? A yes or a no. Okay, just drop a yes or a no in the chat box. A yes or a no. Do you understand now how we explained moving average? Yes, brilliant. Okay, so let me just take this off my screen, and yeah, let me share. So like I was saying, let's continue dropping our questions. I've got more things to share with everyone on the call, so let's ride on. Now, based on what we discussed in the last webinar, that was on Tuesday, we analyzed USD card for a buy. Okay, we analyzed USD card for a buy, and let me show you what happened on USD card. USD card bought. Okay, now I'll relate it to what I said previously, which is we don't look to predict price, we look to anticipate price and trade in the direction of price. So if you were predicting price on USD card, we said USD card would actually let me just make this full screen. Come in. Okay, yes. Now let's look at this USD card. We said we did a top-down analysis, and we said USD card will be bullish. Okay, we said we look at USD card trading back into one of these POIs. Okay, this point of interest. And I remember someone asked the question that can he sell back into this area then buy back? And I told him it was not advisable. And I haven't even started taking this course when I told him that it was not advisable. And look at what happened. If he had took a shot from this high, he would have been in profit, but it would have never hit his take profit. Okay, he was in profit, but his take profit never hit. And look at what happened after. We had FOMC yesterday, and we went to the moon. And when we analyzed this, we said it was around 200 to 300 pips from this area right here. If we entered there, okay, yes, 200 pips, exactly 200 pips. And now imagine you were able to tag into this buy at this area right here. You were lucky and you got tagged into this buy at this area right here. Just imagine you were lucky and you got tagged into this buy at this area right here. You'd have made, like, anticipating 189 pips. Imagine you took profits here. That's 168.9 pips. And that could have, if you entered 100 naira per point, you could have made sweet 16,000 naira from that. If you had entered 1,000 per point, 160k from just being able to know USD card would go up. And that's why I said making money in financial markets is easy. Very, very easy. And look at how you could have placed the trade on USD card. So let's deal with this piece of price action right here. Well, we're just talking about technicals. We've not gone deep into it. Look at this piece of price action here. This was the last low, and this was the new low right here. And we had the same logic we applied on the daily time frame. We had a what? Let me take that out. We had a stop purge, okay? We had price went lower, okay? Stops were purged to the downside. And what happened? If we deal with this piece of price action here, we had this high and this low. So lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, okay? And look at what happened. We broke structure right here. We broke structure right here, and we went lower. We went lower to this previous point of interest, or our point of interest right here. But still, we missed out on the trade. Like, it never came back down into it. And we still missed out on the trade. That's just it. We missed out on the trade. But if you wanted to force this trade, you would have gone down to like the 5 minutes time frame. And still on the 5 minute time frame, you would have missed the trade. Actually, you would have missed. Okay, you wouldn't have actually, because we had this small POI right here. So you might have got tagged in into the trade. Like, let's take for instance, you got tagged in right. Let's look at this. You got tagged in right here, and you didn't want to risk much because you don't want to risk much. So let's say you used a stop loss of just old low, 4 pips or 5 pips. That's like you're risking, if it was 100 naira per point, you'd be risking 500 naira to make let's see, current price action now would be would have been risking 500 naira to make 163, okay, 163k. or 16K, I guess, around that area, 163K. And that's like sweet money, sweet money. It's like you're risking 500 naira to get a greater amount. And how easy it gets easy when you understand these things. That's why I tell everyone, always try to go back to previous YouTube videos. They help a lot. They help a lot. We've talked about all these things previously, and we're talking about it again. And this is what happened if we anticipated price. This is what would have happened if we anticipated price. But if we had predicted that price would just go down and go up, we would have missed out on the trade. And that is the logic of building up your mindset or model when it comes to price. So I'll just stop sharing this, and I think there are a lot of questions already. So let me just pop this back up. Good morning, Frederick. Hope you're doing good. Okay, let's pop this back up. And yeah, so I'm going through the question section now, and I will send the breakdown. I sent the breakdown of USD card to the Telegram group. Okay, I sent the breakdown of USD card to the Telegram group. And now to the second thing I want to talk about from what I learned, which is quiet markets are quiet for a certain reason. Okay, it's either dead money or street money. That's one thing I learned from what I read or the course I was watching during the week. Now, a quiet market is quiet for a reason. It's either dead money or street money. What it generally means is dead money, you either lose money or you make money. Street money, you make money, but out of luck. Okay, and I'll prove that to you. Okay, I'll prove that to you real quick. Now, let's go back to the charts. Okay, let's go back to the charts. I'll be using the MT4 platform this time, and I'll show you something very, very or quite amazing on the charts. And okay, yes, let's just delete this. Okay, trying to delete this. Let's delete this and let's go back to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, now I want everybody to look at the Dow. Okay, this is the Dow, right? Now look at the Dow from the okay, the Dow from the 15th of June to 16th of June before FOMC. Okay, before FOMC. Now let's go down to the 15 minutes time frame. I'll just show you how a silent market is silent for a reason. A major reason. Markets are always silent for a major reason. Now look at what happened yesterday on the Dow before the big drop. Okay, look at how quiet this market is. I know it is very, very possible. Okay, I will make money from trading this type of markets, but ask yourself, if you don't have the same expertise that I have, can you make money from trading this type of market? Yes or no? Okay, can you make money from trading the whole price action in the box, in the rectangle? Ask yourself, can you really make money from trading this type of market? Well, I was expecting Kelechi to say yes, though, but no problem at all. Okay, now that is just the meaning of a silent market. There is no momentum. Price is not moving in a certain direction. But now, let's look at this. Can you make money from this type of market? Can you make money from this type of market? Can you make money from this type of market? That drop. Can you make money from that drop? I'm actually expecting more response, though. Exactly. That's the thing. That's the logic. Or that's you don't want to trade a silent market. You want to trade a market that gives you potential, profit potential to be precise. And that is just the logic. When a market is silent, it is actually building up for something explosive. I'll prove it again using another scenario. Okay, the Dow scenario is common. Okay, everybody. Some people traded the Dow, made money. Some people traded the Dow, lost money. Okay, but the Dow scenario is common. I'll look for another scenario again. Okay, let's just look at this. There's more. There's a lot of scenarios I could use. Okay, yes, let's NFP. Let's look for NFP and NFP move. Okay, I think it was okay. Gold, yes, the gold that I took. Let me show you the gold. The gold trade I took, shorts, the longs, and everything together. Okay. Wow, I can't. Okay, yes, yes, yes. This is it. This is NFP right here. Okay, I called this. I called this short, and I still called this buy. Okay. Now let me prove it to you again that you can't make money in a silent market. Okay, so you want to stay away from the silent market, but if you believe you can make money from silent markets, fine, trade the silent market. Okay, but when you believe you can't make money from the silent market, don't trade the silent market. Okay, let me just mark the areas out. It will be this top to this low right here. So it's here to here. Yes, that's it. Okay, yes. Now look at the same thing. It's not really the same, but look at it. It's the same if you look at it from another angle. But look at this type of market. This is a range bound market, okay? The market is just trickling to the downside. No major stuff. Just choppy price actions to the downside. Can you make money from this type of market? This type of market. This one right here. Can you make money from that type of market? Let's be true to ourselves. Okay, someone said small. Okay, okay, yeah, I think so. Okay, a bit no. Okay, okay. If there is a good entry, okay. So everybody answer is maybe. Okay, is maybe. Okay, maybe. But look at this. Can you make money from this move up? I really don't want to mark out the move up, but can you make money from this move up? Can you make money from this move up? Just trying to like create major clarity on these things. But we can all make money from this move down, right? This one down, right? If we knew it was coming down, we can all make money. Now, where I want to really, where I'm heading to is this right here. Look at this right here. Can you make money from that? Can you make money from that? I'm not saying trading it into another area. What I'm just saying is, can you make money from trading just piece of um this piece of price action that is unclear? Okay, can you make money from this? No, you can't. Can you make money from this? But look at what happened after every silence in the market. What happened after every silence I showed you? There was an explosion, and that is it. Quiet markets are quiet for a fundamental reason. I didn't want to use the word fundamental before, but if you look at this, every explosion that happened in the market after the quiet move. It was based off fundamentals. It was based off fundamentals. Okay? Quiet markets are quiet for fundamental reason. It's either dead money. Exactly. Silence is accumulation, manipulation, then distribution. Sometimes silence leads to redistribution. AMD. Simple market pattern. Okay, let me show you this. Okay. Now, look at this piece of price action here. Okay. Look at this piece of price action. Let's deal with this piece of price action here to this low. Okay. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. This is a consolidation, reaccumulation, redistribution. Then this was where the AMD built up. Accumulation, manipulation. Well, it really didn't distribute, but you have to reaccumulate here before distributing. And these things are what you see in price every single day. Every single day. And you can capitalize on it. So I'm going back to the questions now. So Tolu says, are you saying that having done your technical analysis, depending on your bias after the market, you wait exactly? I would see when the market leads the way. There is a 99.9 tendency that it will give you the right entry. Okay. Now, let me go to the charts. I'll prove it to you also. I can always prove every single fact I put out here. So I'm trying to look for the right scenario actually. Okay, yes. So let's look at this action right here. This piece of action right here. Now, Tolu, this is to prove your point, okay? You wanted to go short on gold, but let's say you wanted to go short here, okay? Let's say you wanted to go short here, but you went short, okay? Let's say you went short, and look at what happened. Price stopped you out. Now, I'll give you another scenario again. You wanted to go short here. You went short here, fine. Price never stopped you out, and you're in profit. But look at the way I would have approached this piece of price action on my screen. This to me is a stop purge. That's the first thing, okay? Stops were hunted and it was purged. That's the first thing I want to see in price. Now, the second thing is a break in structure. Now, this piece of price action to the upside was very, very choppy, that it will be very difficult for me to pinpoint a significant swing low. But I would have pinpointed this swing low as the significant one. Then that was a break in market structure for me. Now, I can agree with myself that market structure is bearish from this break, and all I need is a retracement that gives me an entry to take my profits right here. Okay, and look what happened. Look at the entry I got. Source. Right there. My entry would have been here. That week, exactly that week, that would be my entry B. Right here. That's where my entry would have been. 1898.59. 1.8k entry, like that. And look at the number of pips to the downside. That's 2,892 pips. Now, what I want to point out is, I'm not saying you're a bad trader, no, but imagine if you had entered on this candle, what was your confluence or what was your confirmation for entering on this candle? It was just based off luck. And there's one thing you need to know in the markets. Luck never comes every time. It's once in a while. And when you make money lucky, you will end up losing it. How will you end up losing money? Now, this is where you would have left your trade in a little bit of profit instead of holding down. You entered here, it went down. It did this. You believe this was a retracement. It came down, but it never took out this low. You'll be scared that, wow, this thing is reversing up. Then look at what happened. It went up. It broke market structure here. You're already panicking. You've left your trade. But I got my entry right here, and it went to the downside. Okay? I hope you understand what I'm saying right now. That's after your technicals. Fine, your technicals, you've done your technicals, it has gone down. But don't worry, it's coming back to give you a precise entry. See what happened on USD card also. How we went to look for an entry on the 5 minutes time frame. All time frame works for you. It's in your favor. The same thing you see on the 4 hour time frame happens on the 1 hour time frame, happens on the weekly time frame, happens on the daily time frame, happens on the monthly time frame. Do you know price is generally fractal? Okay, price is generally fractal, and you can capitalize on it any time of the day, anytime you like. So Tolu, do you understand now? Yes or no? Please let me know if you do understand. Yes or no? Do you understand now? And also, are we all learning? Brilliant. Okay, brilliant. So Philip said, should I trade counter trend trades, or I should trade in the direction of the trend, and why? Um, you can trade both, and you can decide to be a trend trader. Okay. Now, if you knew price was going up, Philip, I need your answer like quick. Okay. If you knew price was going up, would you sell? Yes or no? Would you sell? If you knew price was going up, would you sell? Just a yes or no response. Would you sell? If you knew price was going up, would you sell? Okay, let's be quick with that. No, okay. If you knew price was going up, would you buy? Yes or no? If you knew price was going up, would you buy? If you knew price was going up, would you buy? Yes or no? Real quick. Yes, brilliant. Now, you see, that question I just gave you, you just answered it yourself. Now, why would you want to counter trade a trend when you know the direction of the trend? Why look for, just look at this, look at this. I knew it was coming down. Why do I want to buy into this area? Fine, I can gladly explain how I would buy into this area, and I will show you proofs also. But it's me being greedy. That's just me being greedy of wanting to buy. Okay, that's just me being greedy of wanting to buy when I know there is a lot to be made on the downside. It's me being greedy. Okay, so instead of being greedy, why don't you just capitalize on the major move itself? This is just okay. It's like you're saying you would leave you would leave 2,000 points for 1,000 points. That's, you want to leave fried rice and jollof rice for Gary. Okay, it's like you're saying you want to leave small chops for just for puff puff alone. You see, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up at all. And I'll prove to you why I would literally buy this. Yeah. Okay. Why would I buy this right here? Why would I want to take this buy? It's only if the chart doesn't give a bias, I won't look to buy it. Okay. Now, let me prove it to you right here. This is the buy that we're looking at here, right? This is the buy move. Look at this price action. This is a downtrend, short-term downtrend, and look at what we had. Price was hunted right here. Now, the model is to wait for price, but let's deal with this small trend inside here. This is a high, this is a low, this is a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This was the last level. So there was still another stock purge, but it's really small and you can only see it on the 1 minute time frame. I would be going to the 1 minute time frame to show it also, but let's just deal with this first. Look at that right there. That's the stock purge. And we had a what? A break in market structure right here. Sweet stuff. Just it's sensational. Okay, now see, broke structure came down to what? This entry right here. This would have been my entry. right there. Look at that, would have even been my first entry. That's my first entry. Okay, this would be like 1,000 points. Okay, 1,000 points, just up 1,000 points. Sweet 1,000 points. Now look at my second entry. That means I'll be maximizing my profits, like I taught you guys how to maximize profits when trading. Okay, it gave another re-entry right here in this propulsion block. I know somebody's going to call that an order block, but it's not an order block. It's a propulsion block. Okay, let's not make that mistake at all. And second entry would have given me another 1,000 points. Okay, 1,000 points. Now that's 2,000 points. Sweet 2,000 points, like you'd have made in a couple of minutes. Okay, then you still enjoyed roughly 3,000 points. Now, so that's 5,000 points in a single trade, in a single day, just because of you understand how price moves, how price works. That's why I tell everyone, always dedicate time to the charts. Always dedicate time to the charts. You don't become profitable by wanting to be a master on the charts. You become profitable by making it an habit and hobby of checking the charts, not to even trade, but to just understand what price is doing. And Philip, I hope I answered your question. Like, you can do both. If you know how to do both, you can trade counter trend if it works fine for you. You can trade general direction if it works fine for you. Okay, and that's just it. That is just it. And also, there are disadvantages to trading against the trend. Now, let me show you disadvantage. Let's take, for instance, now, you never knew that price will reverse here. You believed it will go up because broke major market structure here. You believe it will continue going up. Look at what happened. Immediately it got here. It came to your what? Stop loss immediately. And what took you out of the market. That means, let's say you've made 5,000 naira from this move to the upside. Just a few candles took your 5K away. And that's why it's best to trade in the direction of the market. If you have a bias that you trade in the direction of the market, just from this, fine, you would have known price will reverse there. But if you didn't, it's on you. You lose money that way. So I hope we're clear on that, Philip. Yes or no? Are we clear on that? Are we clear on that, Philip? Okay, so questions. Okay, Fibonacci explanation. Okay, I will show you guys Fibonacci also. Fibonacci in real time now. Now, what is Fibonacci? Fibonacci is a tool we use in the financial markets to understand price. Okay, I don't just say it's used for retracement and extension, but I believe it's a tool used in the financial markets to understand price. Now, I want to show you something. Now, I hope we are all taking notes from everything I've been saying. I hope we are all taking notes. Okay. Now, the logic is price moves two ways. Okay, price moves two ways. Now, I'll tell you, it might sound stupid, but that's the truth. Price moves two ways. It's either price is discounted or put in premium. Okay, premium is bullish, discount is bearish. But for price to go bullish, it needs to be discounted first for people to buy. And for price to go bearish, which is discounted, it needs to be premium for people to sell. I hope I'm making sense. Now, what does Fibonacci do? It gives you that framework of when price will become discounted and when price will become premium. Okay. Now, looking at this right here, if you had price trading down and it hits the zero level, where would you be watching for a discounted price action? Okay, let me just rearrange the Fibonacci. I don't use the 23.6 fib level. Okay, I don't use it. I don't use the 38.2. I only use the 61.8, the 78.6, the 98.6, and those are just added value by myself. And okay, let's just do this. A minute, let me just put in those values. Okay, great. It went far away. Wow. Okay. Just these are the levels I use. Now, where would I be watching price? Oh, I said price moves two ways. I'm very sorry. It's three ways actually. Okay. It's premium, discount, and equilibrium. Okay. Price is either balanced or buying at a time or selling at a time. So where do I look at price when price is going down? I want to see price either get to equilibrium, which is 50% fib level, or premium, which is 61.8, or premium, which is 78.6, or premium, which is 98.3 or 6. I can't really remember that value before coming, okay, before coming down. Then I frame my bias. I frame my bias around that fib level, those fib level. Okay, I frame my trades around those fib level. And what it does, it just helps you understand price better. So let me show you this. Let's look at this piece of price action here. So look at this. This is swing guy. Fibs in a downtrend or fibs for a downtrend is drawn from your swing guy to your swing low. Now let me just edit the Fibonacci again a minute. I made a mistake actually. Okay, great. Now, look at this clearly. Trying to reduce the charts. Wow, okay, that's too much. Now look at where price went to. It went to what? This was impulse, then correction. It corrected back into what? The 78.6 fib level. Around that area. Okay. They said the setup was framed around that area. And look at where it went to. It went to profit target of minus 61.8 and reversed immediately from there. So fibs just gives you like that understanding or being able to relate or deduce how price is likely to move. And I'll show you an example too. I'll show you an example. Those in the Telegram group will really understand all this thing I'm saying because they see the charts regularly. Exactly. The order block is lining up with the premium price. Brilliant stuff, Kelechi. Brilliant stuff. You've been studying quite well. Okay. So Agios, what I'll do to you, I'll just possibly do a write-up on Fibonacci. Okay. You can do all this analysis on your phone. Kelechi uses his phone. A lot of people use their phone on the group. Christian uses his phone. I use my phone also. I'm not always on my PC every time, so I use my phone also for analysis. And this is how I do it on my phone. Okay, I don't use a tab. I use a regular Android and a regular iOS. Okay, and I do this analysis on my phone. Okay, you can do all this thing on your phone. Now, another thing I learned from the course I watched was risk management. Okay, you see, you always need to trade with controlled risk management and equity management. Now, people mistake risk management with money management and equity management. They all mix it up together. They are not the same. They are different. Okay, risk management is different from money management. It's different from equity management. Well, equity management and money management are the same, but risk management and equity management, you need to trade with them controlled. Okay, you need to get them under control. If you over leverage or over trade, you will blow your account. I see people do these things a lot. They fund the $20 account and start asking for a leverage of 1 to 2,000. Like there are brokers that offer it out there. I know brokers that offer that out there, but it's very, very bad. See, you know what it means? It generally means if you fund $20, you'll be getting 2,000x of that $20. And you know what happens? Imagine the drop on the Dow yesterday. We're trading that drop. but you were not going short, you were going long. A pip with that volatility would have cleared your account. That is why I tell people, see, it is not about the big leverage. You don't even, because they said leverage will help you make money. You don't know how it helps you make money. Fine, leverage is good, but it has many cons than pros. Okay, it has many disadvantages. That's why I'm very glad at TV Global Markets we offer minimum of 200 leverage, 1:200, and that's like what every trader needs to do consistently to survive in the markets. Okay, that's what you need to scale up yourself or skill up when it comes to the financial markets. I'll show you guys something. Okay, I'll show you guys something on the charts real quick. It's a screenshot of my chart though. I don't have that account logged in on this PC. I don't have that account logged in on this PC, so I just have to show you a screenshot of the old chart. Okay, so great, I found it already, and yeah, so this is. I'll share my screen right now so you can see it. Okay, now I always do something on the Telegram group. I always drop trade ideas regularly. I believe will play out, and sometimes they don't play out. That's why I always add a disclaimer. It's not a financial advice. Do not take the trade. I'm not responsible. If you make money or lose money, it's just my idea. Well, most times they tend to play out, and sometimes we lose also. But what I want to show you is this. I believe everybody can see my screen. Okay, I believe we can all see my screen, right? You can see what is on the screen, right? Now, let me just scroll up a bit. You see the Dow Jones 4-hour, okay? Dow Jones 4-hour. US 30, okay, that's my nickname, the currency geek, okay, US 30, Dow Jones 4-hour. Now let me zoom out. Now, okay, wait, before we zoom out, look at the date, June 8th, okay, June 8th, 2021, okay, 2021. Now, I want you to, if you look back in time, June 8th was, I think, last week. Yeah, June 8th was last week, Tuesday, okay? June 8th was last week, Tuesday. I made this analysis on June 8th, last week, Tuesday, okay? June 8th, last week, Tuesday. I said the Dow would drop. Let's look at today or yesterday on the Dow, okay? Let's look at yesterday on the Dow. And, oh, I wanted to pinpoint something. I said the Dow would drop to 33885, okay? 33885, 33885. 33885 was the area I'm looking for to buy, okay? And let me show you what happened on the Dow. Okay, and you see USD card is about to reach the take profit I called on. Was it Tuesday webinar I gave this USD card buy? That's 1.23519. It's about to reach there. That's just when you know how to do these things. Okay, let's see the Dow. Okay, the Dow. Let's see what the Dow really did. See what the Dow really did. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame, the same 4-hour time frame. Okay, I don't have that my trading view account logged in on this place. That's why you can't see the markouts here. But look at what happened. Let's mark out that same point that I marked out, which is this right here. It went to 33888. I'm coming. Let me put in the coordinates. 33887. That was where I said it would drop to. Look at what happened. It went directly down to 33887, and what? It's reacting, possibly to go back up. Well, I still believe it will fall back to 314 something. I really don't know, but it's all about you understanding these things. Okay, it's not luck, it's skill. Some people say it's soap. I had someone say it's soap, but it's not soap. It's just, and it's not grace. Okay, it's because of you know how to do these things. Okay, it's because of you. And imagine from imagine selling from right here. Let me show you. This was where I got an entry. Well, I left after the first drop. I was enough, but if I had waited, I would have made 884 points on the Dow. And do the calculation. I know we trade the Dow. Do the calculation. You know how the Dow moves also. You know the way the profit is calculated. Do the math. You know how much that would have made you. Possibly you'd be looking to quit your job by now or walk up to your place of work and just tell your boss you pay salary, that kind of energy. And that's what the financial markets brings. Okay, if we are looking at the Dow coming back up here, okay, let's say this is our POIs for a sell, a continued sell to the downside into 3-1 something level. Okay, I know it's coming back to 3-1 something level, but I'll share it on the Telegram group. If you are not on the Telegram group, please join the Telegram group. Ask me for the link now before I forget, so you don't miss out on this type of calls I give. Okay, so let's say these are our two POIs that we're watching, and because we can't anticipate price watching this POI because price ran into it already and dropped. So let's say we want to buy the Dow into this area right here. Well, I know for sure that I won't see anything on the daily on the 1 hour time frame. But if I go down to the 15 minutes time frame, I might see something. And what is that? Okay, let's deal with this price action to the downside. Okay, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price went up, lower high, but never created a lower low. Okay, it never created a lower low. What's that telling me? Price is actually switching. Okay, price is switching. And look at what we have here. We had clean eyes. Okay, trying to draw this. We had clean eyes. Okay, we have clean eyes. And what happens at clean eyes? Liquidity is resting above. Okay, so this is like the most significant area of structure right here. Okay, this is the most significant area of structure right here. This area right here. So it is until this high broke or breaks, that is when we can consider a break in market structure. But to me, market structure is bullish already. Yeah. How? Look at this right here. We have a stop purge right there. Okay. We have a stop purge right there. Price went down, went back up, fueled all this inefficiency. And let's see, down to the 5 minutes time frame now. We are trying to understand price. Now, why did I say structure is bullish? Lower high, no lower low, but break market structure right here. Kelechi, nice stuff. Nice stuff you're doing on the Telegram group. Nice stuff. Okay, so market structure broke right here, and we came back for an entry right here. If we had gone down to the 1 minute time frame, well, I can take that as a POI though, because it's an indecision candle. So we had our first entry right there. But I didn't enter this trade. I'm not saying you should enter, but I'm just giving you an example. What happens? Okay, so we had move up, liquidity up above. Let's move this a bit up. Liquidity up above right here. We're expecting price to trade downward, although price already reacted off this POI. But I'm watching this area, this one. If price gets into this, then I can see a buy that will now break general structure on the 15 minutes time. Like that is how, or this is how you approach price, by understanding what price has to offer, understanding what price has to do. I hope we all understand. So that's it on just what it is. I'll share the Telegram link right now. A minute, let me get this. Wow, sweet stuff on GBPAED. Yeah, we call GBPAED also. Let me see how far it has traveled. Was it GBPAED or GBPJPY? Okay, so it has fueled the CB that we were watching. Wow, see another re-entry it gave yesterday. How do I miss these things? There's a lot of financial instrument I'm watching. I find it quite difficult to monitor all of them. See how interesting it gets. This was on our Instagram channel, on our Instagram page. I made sure this was sent out to our Instagram page. I sent it also to the Telegram group. We also did a review of it on the webinar we had that day. We lost money first, though. We lost money first. Yeah. We lost money to this candle, but we got another entry trigger right here before we went up. So if you had entered yesterday again, you would have maximized your profit and still kept the same target. Okay, you'd have maximized your profit and still kept the same target of, yeah. So imagine you've got 11% of your account plus 4%, 12% of your account again, right here. That's what 23% of your account just on one trade. That's why I tell you guys it's not about the quantity of trades, it's about the quality of trade. Exactly, FOMC boosted GG. FOMC boosted, it had to drop first during Asia on this morning, right? So it was Asia this morning. It had to drop Asia this morning, right? Let me confirm that. Was it Asia this morning? During Asian session this morning. Was this Asian session this morning? Yes, it dropped during Asia this morning. Yeah, Asian session this morning. AUD pair, Asian session this morning before rallying. This was FOMC yesterday night. FOMC Asian session to fill in the imbalance. And you could have even streamlined your entry on the 15 minutes time frame. Then this thing gets easy. It gets easy regularly. It gets more easy, and see how precise it would have been on the charts. Like, it's very, very easy. Very, very easy. Okay, so questions. Still going through. Okay, yeah, I would send the write-up once I get it done. Um BBPAED 24. Okay, before and after. I love this. Before and after. Okay, so let me share the link. Like, you could go through the whole thing we've got on the channel. You could go through everything. It's filled with knowledge, like, to learn and trade consistently in the markets. So any question at all, and if you'd like to share something with the house, you want to talk, I would invite you to speak on the call. Okay, I'd invite you. Just drop a yes in the chat box if you'd like to talk, share something, or want me to check financial instruments which you just say it, so we can actually check financial. So I talked about three major things. I talked about not wanting to predict price but anticipate price. Okay, I talked about quiet markets as they are tools for price to boom or explode. Okay, and I talked about risk management and equity management. Very, very key. If you over leverage, you blow up your account. Okay, and also another thing is, for significant price moves. Okay, major price moves are done after stops are raided. I want you to learn this thing. Okay, I want you to understand that before price moves massively, someone's stop loss must have been triggered, okay, for it to move massively. And I can show you tons of examples. You've been hearing me say stop purge, stop purge, stop purge many times. That's after people's stop loss were raided, price moved massively. So, Kelechi, have you got anything to share? Adjus, have you got anything to share? The link is in the chat box. You can find the link there. I've got a poll to put out. If you're not a client of EGM, as someone said they're not a client of EGM, go to access.eagleglobalmarkets.com. I'll drop the link in the chat box, and you sign up on there, and you start trading financial market. Like, it's easy to get started. So I'm sending out two new polls. Okay. A minute, you get the polls right now. Okay, just published the polls and published. Let's do what to respond to it, and let's respond to all the polls if we've not responded to any at all. Okay, that's the only way you can pay me back for my time. And Ajos, would you like to join the? Okay, nothing today, great. Okay, Ajos has got something for us. Christian, how are you doing? I was following up on your markouts this morning that you dropped on the Telegram group. Like, I love them. I love the approach. It was brilliant, just so brilliant. And I thank you for always trying to enlighten people on the Telegram group. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Okay. Um, I just invited you. How you doing, buddy? How you doing?
Morning, sir. I'm fine. Hello.
Great. So what have you got first? Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing? Whoa, very sorry. Very sorry. I muted myself. I muted myself. I'm very sorry. So what I said is oil. We actually did a price projection on oil. That was last week. We said oil would drop, and look at what happened. It's raided the highs and dropped. Entry would have been on the 1 hour time frame, right here. Your entry trigger right there, down, because that's a source. Wow, missed entry also by people. So, and yeah, so this brings us to the end of today's webinar. Since nobody dropped a financial instrument to check, this brings us to the end of today's webinar. I'm glad we all had to pour out our minds in the question section, and also we had to learn new things from the markets and see how these things work. There is no perfect way of trading the market. You can trade the market in 1,000 methods, 1,000 ways. You can trade the markets in thousands of ways. Just look for what you feel comfortable with and capitalize on that. Okay. Look for what you feel comfortable with, capitalize on it. That's the interesting thing about the markets. And yes, we've come to the end of the. Okay, I should check gold. Okay, I'll check gold. Let's check gold. So XAU USD gold. I'm actually watching one four something level. Okay, wow. I never knew I analyzed gold on this webinar, but I think we've analyzed gold actually. Okay, so the markout is still on my screen. You see, I called gold from mitigation. We liquidated the smart money losses, and we went all the way down. So for now, would I want to buy gold? Not really. I want to buy gold next month actually because I'm not really. The month is almost coming to an end, so I'm not really a fan of trading during the month end of the month. But we could still streamline everything right here. If you remember, this was a monthly order block that we streamlined to a daily time frame. Okay, we streamlined that monthly order block to a daily time frame. I remember, but we still have to touch down the monthly order block, so you might still see gold drop further, or just continue watching price action to see what it has to give us. And yeah, that's all I've got on gold because we can see how it delivered nicely as anticipated, and it gets easier time by time. So, Kelechi, I believe you are available on this webinar when we had this mark out, when we did this mark out. You could recall, I am sure of that. And yeah, so that's just it. This brings us to the end of the webinar. We've got a webinar this Saturday. If you've not gotten the link, please check our Instagram channel or Facebook, our Twitter. You find the link there. Or if you're in the Telegram group, just check the Telegram group. You'll find the link there. Also, I'll pin it to the Telegram group right now. And yeah, that's it on this week's AMA session. Till next month for another AMA session. And all I've got to say is good luck and good trading.